Okay, hello YouTube. So, I've been going through all the information and it's been cool. So, let me share it with you. Um, so this video, we're gonna go through all the champions, all the origins, all the classes, and all the new items. That's a lot. Bear with me. I think I will try to have timestamps in the description and maybe in the comments. Let's begin. Okay, so we're first going to begin with origins. Let's start with Abomination. I'm not gonna try to read it because there's so much info we need to go through. I'll have the what's it called? The link to see all this info is tfttactics.gg. It'll be in the description, and yeah, it'll be in the description down below. Abomination. It's kind of like Cultists. Except you have to wait until at least 3 allied champions have died. And it also gains a random copy of an item, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's kind of like Cultists in a way. But it's near the end of the fight, I would say, instead of like halfway into the fight. So might be good, might not be. We'll see. Coven. Start of combat, blah 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 blah. They gain 50%. Wait, this is kind of conflicting with the gameplay overview video. This says gains bonus AP, and they get 25% every time a Coven champion casts of mana. Huh? Okay, there's a couple of conflicting information from this website to the gameplay overview. We'll see. Just bear with me. Yeah. Because the gameplay overview said 50% HP, this says AP. I have no clue. We have to wait and see which is actually correct. Dawnbringer. Like, this one says if they drop below 50%, and then they do... So, I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know which one's correct. They get 10% bonus damage when they're healing. Sure. What's next? All these ads. Draconic. So Draconic, honestly, is like this set's kind of version of a more so like a fun trait. It's kind of like Fortune, like Space Pirate. You need at least 3 of them to start getting eggs. And then if you can get 5 of them, what's it called? If you get 5 of them, they get you get even rarer loot. Quick note: there are only 4. What's it called? Only 4 draconic units. So you need a draconic spat. We'll find out hopefully how the heck to make that spat later. I mean, technically, I should be going over like how many. What's it called? Like if it's a 2 set bonus or whatever, but there's so much stuff we need to go over it. I'm just gonna skip through it. This one, what am I looking at? Dragon Slayer. Okay, Jesus. I'm sorry if I'm so all over the place. Or is it Draconic Slayer? No. Oh no, Draconic does have 5. I'm sorry. I'm just skipping over it too fast. Dragon Slayer. Bonus AP after they score a takedown. With a lot of HP, they get all allies get additional AP. Kind of interesting. It's kind of like Dragon Soul-ish from set 4.5, but kind of different. Eternal. This is just Kindred's unique origin. Wolf separates from land to become a second champion. Wolf does not count towards the unit cap and receives all the stat bonuses, which is pretty sick. Once we get to Kindred's ability. Forgotten. We saw this earlier. They get bonus AD and AP. Each shadow item held by a Forgotten champion increases these bonus by 10% on all Forgotten champions, stacking up to 4 times. So Forgotten is actually really good. I have a feeling they're gonna have to nerf this. You stack 4 shadow. What's it called? Let's say you only have the 3 set bonus, and you have 4 shadow items. That's 35 plus 40% of 35. That's a lot of AD and AP. That's all I'm gonna say. That's really good. Helion. Gain attack speed whenever it dies. Same. What's it called? Same type of peers. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Is this a typo or not a typo? Because that's a huge difference between. This must be like. There's also like some other like typos. Like I doubt it's 5% to 50%. That seems a bit much. It's probably like 25%. I would think. Yeah. Helion gives like a lot of frontline, so that's kind of cool. Ironclad. You gain armor. It's nothing that unique. Nightbringer. So let's see. After they drop below 50% HP, they get like a Lockheed Shield. So sure, that makes sense. And they do a lot more bonus damage. Then Nightbringer does a lot more bonus damage than Dawnbringer. Also, why I'm worried that Dawnbringer will be much more worse than Nightbringer, because Dawnbringer is a flat 10%. Nightbringer, the bonus damage gets increased the more Nightbringer units you have. So that's there's a huge like power difference right there. Redeemed. Redeemed is cool. It's like set 3 Dark Stars, but better. Increase armor, MR, and AP. When they die, they give the bonus. What's it called? They give the bonus to split among allies. Really cool. Yeah, it's what Darkstar should have been, I guess. Yeah, it's just really cool. Revenant. You got free GA. Free GA. But they take and deal 30% increased damage. Really cool. Verdant. Champions that start combat adjacent to at least one are immune to CC for a duration. Verdant's really cool. You basically it's only to adjacent allies. I don't think the Verdant champ itself would gain immunity to CC, but it's, you know, it's like a Quicksilver, but you're giving it to 2 other champs. Really cool. Okay, those are all the origins. Let's go through the classes. I'll go through the new classes, not the ones that we've kind of know. Okay, Caretaker is Heimerdinger's special class. Caretakers deploy with a baby dragon that can be placed anywhere on the battlefield. Baby dragons gain 100% of their handler's attack speed and restore 50 mana to their caretaker upon death. When we get to Heimerdinger's ability, it will be more clear as to why kind of that's the case. Cavalier. They charge towards their target. They get reduced damage. They take reduced damage at start combat, and after charge, this effect is doubled for 4 seconds. So at start combat, if you only have 2, they get 30% damage reduction. So on and so forth. Cool. Cruel. Teemo. It's just saying that they take little legend HP instead of gold. Nothing too crazy. God King. Yeah, so it's what's it called? It's like Ninja. You can only have 1 to get the bonus. It shows all the rival traits. They do 30% bonus damage. So yeah, cool. Invoker. All allies gain extra mana from their basic attacks. This this seems like a really bad class. Because the two-piece bonus seems, you really won't see much of a difference, I don't think, because what's it called? Normally when your champion does a basic attack, they get 10 mana. So this means they'll get 14 mana. 14 mana doesn't really change that much until like your third basic attack, sort of, because then you'll get 42 mana instead of dirty. So the benefit isn't quite there, and then having to put in 4 means you'll see the bonus a lot sooner from 2 basic attacks, getting 32 mana instead of 20. But I don't know, it doesn't seem that worth it, but we'll see. Knight, they brought back Knight from set 1. All allies block a flat amount of damage from all sources. If you played set 1, Knight was one of the best freaking things in the entire game and was kind of broken. Legionnaire. I need to drink water already. Bonus attack speed, and their first attack after casting a spell heals them for 50% of damage dealt. Cool. Renewer. Renewers heal 4% of their max HP each second. So it's kind of like Warmogs, but built in as a trait. Old Warmogs. Or I guess like Spirit Visage. If they're full health, they restore mana instead. That's really cool. That's a really cool and probably like really good trait, because at the start of combat, most of your units probably won't be taking damage, so they'll just be racking up mana like crazy. So not crazy, but potentially crazy. So that's cool. Skirmisher, they gain a shield at the start of combat and gain attack damage each second. So kind of interesting scaling. Although it's a 3/6 piece bonus, so we'll see. Last but not least, spell. I got hit by an ad. God dang it. I clicked ad. Spellweaver. They have increased AP and get bonus AP anytime a champion uses an ability, stacking up to 10 times. Cool. It's like a different version of like Mage, I guess. So let's see, you get like, if you have a 2-piece, it's 20 plus 10 times 2%, so an extra 20%. Cool. Yeah, so that's all the new origins and classes. Let's dive into the champions. There's a lot. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, I need to pace myself. Okay. Here we go. Aatrox. Again, I'm not gonna try to read these. It's in the description down below if you want to read them for yourself. He's like Wukong, but instead of CCing, he heals. Cool. Gragas. Pretty nice tank that'll do a little bit of extra damage. Cool. Callista. Kind of like set for Nidalee. It's kind of interesting. Yeah. Kind of like set for Nidalee. Kha'Zix. Oh, Kha'Zix is back. You want him to isolate, do a crap ton of damage. Kled. He's basically a really good tank, and once that shield is off, he does bonus attack speed, and he has built-in attack speed from Helion. And he takes less damage from Cavalier, so he's just a really strong one class unit frontline. So yeah. Leona, she's back from good old set 3? Yeah. Kinda like set 3. Yeah. Okay. Lissandra, back from set 4. I don't remember if she had the reduced AD. Someone could probably tell me in the comments or something. I could just easily search it up. I'm too lazy to right now. But yeah, good old Moonlight Lissandra's back. Hey. Poppy, she's back from set 3. Cool. Udyr. Udyr's really interesting. He switches from being a tank to like an actual like offensive champion. So he gains a shield and then he switches into doing more attack damage. Cool. Vayne. She's back from set 4 reprint. Third, what's it called? Third hit does bonus shoot damage. Cool. Vlad. This is old Vlad from set 2. Yes, because he does magic damage and heals himself. Instead of set 4.5, where he healed everyone around him and himself. Warwick. Set 1 Warwick is back. He lives to enemy with the lowest % health, stunning them, dealing magic damage, and healing himself. And if it kills a target, he can do it again and again and again. That's cool. Ziggs, set 3, throws a bomb. Cool. Alright. Set 2. Set 2. Why did I say set 2? I don't know why. Maybe because I saw a set and it's a 2 cost. Anyways, Brand launches a ball of fire at a nearest non-seared enemy, searing them for magic damage over 12 seconds. Seared enemies have reduced MR. Cool. He just keeps on firing things. They do a lot of damage over time, and they have reduced MR. Pretty cool. Hecarim. Elderwood Hecarim is a reprint. Yep. Kennen. Kennen's cool. He, let's call it, goes himself in flame, dash behind his target, then to the farthest enemy. Enemies he passed through are zapped, dealing magic damage and stunning them. So, normally set 3 Kennen and set 4 Kennen and set 1 Kennen. He just had a big area, a lot of damage, and a lot of CC. This time he is dashing, so that's pretty cool. He's a moving CC. Yeah, pretty cool. LeBlanc from set 3. 2 was Woodland. 2. She launches chains at 2 enemies, dealing damage and CCing. Yep. Nautilus. This is a set 3.5 reprint. I'm pretty sure. Again, I'm too lazy to check right now. He, what's it called? He stuns and does magic damage and can do it to, adjacent enemies. Pretty good. Sejuani. She charges, dealing magic damage, stunning, single target CC for 4 seconds. Really strong early game CC. And then she gets, armor and MR. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's 20, 30, 40. Maybe they forgot 0. But yeah, really strong single target CC. Set's now a 2 cost. I need to drink water. Shreds armor for 10 seconds. He's kind of like Vi from set 4. Shredding armor. Instead of doing magic damage, he does AD. Cool. It's like AD Vi. Sure. Soraka. She's an AoE kind of CC. It's an AoE mana cost increase. So kind of like, I would say it's in at least from set 4, but instead she does it in a little area. I don't know how big the area is, but that's pretty good, you know. Yeah. Syndra is really funny. I like it a lot. She grabs the nearest enemy, she flings them towards the farthest enemy, dealing magic damage to all nearby enemies upon impact and stunning the thrown target. She just yeets an enemy, she does damage, and it CCs. I'm gonna have fun watching that. Fresh. He throws his scythe to the farthest enemy, dealing magic damage and pulling them toward himself. So I would think it's also like CC in a way. Yeah. Trundle. He drains health, armor, MR, and attack damage. how I almost want to say it's like Zed, but like even better, because Zed just still like a decent amount of AD. This is just like every single stat, which is insane. It's only for 6 seconds though, instead of like the rest of combat. So it's not as insane, but that's still pretty good. Just being able to drain frontline. So yeah. Varus. Again, this is bugged. Well, not bugged, but like this is a typo. I'm assuming it's like 100% 80, something like that, and then like increasing. It's basically an AoE, I'm pretty sure. He fires a hail of arrows on his target, dealing percent of his AD as physical damage. And if him and his allies, I don't know, it's weird. I kind of just have to wait and see what happens when we'll just have to wait and see what happens when he does his ult in game. Cause it's a little bit confusing. Victor. He blasts his target, dealing magic damage to the nearest enemy and granting a shield to the ally nearest that enemy. Pretty nice support for 2 costs. So yeah. Alright. 3 costs. Ash is like set 3. Yes, set 3 reprint, but if the arrow travels at least 5 hexes, the stun is doubled. And enemies within 1 hex receive 50% of these effects. So pretty good CC. Katarina. She throws a target at the furthest enemy, dealing magic damage, and then it's kind of like she does a little kind of does her spin, sort of, and nearby enemies. Cool. Lee Sin. Think of this like set 4 Maokai, but like slightly better. It's like set 4 Maokai, but it has a 3 costs. Yeah. Lulu. Kind of like set 3 Lulu, but this time she's able to also buff her allies. So if she enchants an ally, they get attack speed. If she enchants an enemy, they are CC'd and take more damage. Just honestly, like, because the number of targets is at minimum 3, that's really good. They're probably gonna have to nerf it. We'll see. This seems like a really good set 3 cost support unit. Lux, what's it called? She throws a wand, they get shielded, and then she does more damage. And a good 3 cost support. Morgana fires chains to nearby enemies. After 3 seconds, they take magic damage, more damage, and are stunned. It's like, I don't remember which set Morgana this was. I'm blanking, but that's okay. Still, pretty cool. So she wants to be put in the front line. I'm pretty sure. Something like that. Nidalee. Transform into a cougar, leaving behind her target. While she's in that form, her attack range is reduced to 1 hex. And she gains dodge chance, and when she dodges, her next attack deals bonus magic damage. Pretty interesting. Yeah, well, let's see how she is as like potential melee carry. Where am I? Nocturne! Blender Nocturne is back. Oh god. That's all I'm gonna say. Set to Blender Nocturne might be back, but we'll see. Yeah. I hope not. Nunu's the what's it called? He's a reprint from set 4. Does a lot of damage. Yeah. Although the one thing I guess that you could say about Nunu is because there's only 4 brawlers. There's only 4 brawlers, so you know he's not gonna be almost guaranteed to do double damage, but that's still pretty good damage. Pantheon. Reduces damage and deals some of his AD in front of him. Cool. Pretty good tank. Riven. Riven powers to Blade, stunning nearby enemies for 1.5 seconds, and then she does a decent amount of bonus AD. And does magic damage. So, yeah, so it's gonna be kind of interesting. She does... You can outfit her with both AD and AP items. Pretty cool. AP Yasuo is a thing now. He does magic damage, and then he does stacking bonus true damage. So yeah, AP Yasuo is a thing now. Cool. Zyra. Sends a surge of vines toward the farthest enemy. Enemies hit by the vines are dealt magic damage and stunned. Honestly, it kind of... I mean, I think this might be her ult kind of in normal league, but I almost want to say it's kind of like Maokai's league ult. I don't know. Cool. A 3 cost kind of AoE CC. We'll see. Pretty good. Like honestly, a lot of these like 2 and 3 cost units are like pretty good supports. Not really like carries. Maybe like Katarina and Nidalee and Nocturne. And I guess Nunu. And Riven. Okay, I don't know. And Yasuo. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna move on. 4 costs. Aphelios. Launches a number of attacks simultaneously. One as target and the rest of the enemies nearest to them, dealing a lot of damage. AD damage. Cool. This seems like a lot of damage. And he's a ranger, so we'll see. Diana. She calls forth moonlight, drawing in all nearby enemies, dealing magic damage and stunning them. So she's backline CC, which is pretty insane because she's an assassin. Yeah, cool. Draven's back. Set 1 Draven's back. He's gonna be insane. He is probably gonna be one of the most premier 4-cost carries. And everyone's gonna be playing him for a while. So watch out. Good luck trying to play him, because I will also be playing him. Okay. Ivern's a 4-cost. She summons Daisy, gifting her 100% of his AP. I don't know what Shockwave is. Yeah, I don't know what Shockwave is. I'm assuming it's kind of like Maokai's ult from set 4. I have no clue. I honestly have no clue. But if Daisy's out and Ivern casts his ult again, gets more AP and casts Shockwave again. Cool. What if you can make Ivern a carry? You just stack a bunch of AP items. Jax. Slams his target for AD and gains a lot of attack speed for the rest of combat, and then he leaps to the nearest enemy if no target is in his attack range. And he has Skirmisher, so he's gonna keep on gaining attack speed and attack damage. So, kind of interesting. I don't know. Karma. Again, we have no clue because they don't have the numbers, but she fires a burst of energy toward a random... Oh boy. She fires energy, random location, detonate, damage, reducing her mana though. At most, the minimum mana that she will have is 10. Can't reduce it less than that. Can't make her free. The dirt cast launches it at 3, launches 3 of them instead of 1. Cool. We don't know the numbers. Just have to wait and see. Mordekaiser. He shields himself and then does bonus magic damage and somehow gains 1 hex of range. So it's like he shields, damage, and then he can attack farther. I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. That's like a frontline tank carry maybe. Rel leaps into the air, creating a tether between herself and her farthest ally. When she lands, the tether is broken, granting all allies and near and between them a shield and stunning enemies. Again, nice support. She's a support forecast. Kind of interesting. She doesn't do damage. It's just, oh, I think I remember. If any of you watch Mort Dogs, 11.8 or 9, the last patch of set 4, I think he said they're gonna have a champion with similar problem to Shen. This is it, because Mel is just pure support. She doesn't do damage, so we'll see. If she's gonna become another Shen, that's gonna be kind of a problem, making her at least okay. Rise places nearest enemy, dealing magic damage and stunning them. His next cast is then Power to Spread, and so he casts, stuns 1, and then casts again, stuns more. A lot of like, I mean, this is usually a decent amount of AoE CC, but yeah. Tarek. All allies in a large area around Tarek are healed and gain armor for 5 seconds. Can be, I would say, relatively easily countered by Morello / Sunfire, but we'll see. Vel'Koz is back. Last but not least, set. I think it's like a set 3 Vel'Koz reprint. Just firing his laser. So cool. On to the 5 costs. Darius. Darius is interesting. Oh. They don't have the number of wolves. I'm guessing. I'm gonna take a wild guess and be like 3, 4, 10 as well. I don't know. He transforms into a god wolf. Transforms to god wolf. Becoming unstoppable. He has wolves that join in. That target separately. Enemies are dealt percent of Darius' attack power, and shreds armor, and Darius restores some HP. Cool. Yeah, that's looks like it's gonna be a pretty sick animation. Can't wait to see. Garen, it's kind of like the mech from set 3. Lot of damage. Or I guess I would say it's like set 3 mech, or maybe even kind of like set, maybe, but like a lot less damage. But he gets a shield and reduces MR, so pretty good. Also God King, so he'll do a lot of damage. Heimerdinger, whoa, this is a big one. His baby dragon launches fireballs, doing magic damage and burning. So it's like a Morello. If the turret's not out, he just creates one. Cool. Kale. She ascends. A lot of bonuses. So it's a passive, and so it takes 5 seconds. So at 1 star, it takes 5 seconds for her to ascend, and 5 seconds go by, second ascend, so on and so forth. So let's see. In order to get to the 4th bonus, she has to survive 20 seconds. Most fights endgame do not last 20 seconds. And then what's it called? 2 star, 16 seconds. Most fights at the end of the game, because she's a 5 cost, you probably won't be picking her up for a while. Most fights by the end of the game will usually are decided by the first 5 to 8 seconds, I would say. So it's gonna be really hard for her to like get the full ascension. She'll probably get to roughly the second ascension, maybe third if you're lucky. But yeah, interesting. Um, Kindred. This is like set one Kindred. Uh, she makes his own around herself that prevents allies from dying. Um, while it's active, Wolf is invulnerable, and he returns to Lamb, healing them both and launching at the lowest health enemy, dealing magic damage. So she grants him immunity, grants herself and her allies immunity, and then she does damage. Cool. Timo. He scatters infernal souls around random enemy. I'm pretty sure it's against the. Is it random? Is it really random enemy, or is it against, or should it be against the one with the highest attack speed? We'll see. If enemy is near or after 3 seconds, reduce attack speed, a lot of damage. So yeah, what's it called? 1 star, 400 damage. 2 star, it's like 840 damage. I think if I can do my math, 140 times 6, and damage. Okay, so that's pretty good. Viego is so freaking cool. Don't forget, he's an assassin. So this is gonna be happening in the backline. He attempts to corrupt the soul of his target for 5 seconds, stunning them and dealing magic damage each second, increased by 100% each second. Viego will be interrupted if he is stunned. If his victim dies, they are resurrected at full HP to fight for him, but lose percent of their max HP per second. Viego's allies prefer to not target Viego's victim while they're being corrupted. And corrupted enemies benefit from your team's trait rather than the original owner's traits. Probably because, what's it called? I mean, honestly, it's probably just because, what's it called? Bugs. Bugs. Yeah, so let's do 150. So, what's it called? The reason they're not going to target, or your team is not going to target Viego's target, is because, what's it called? If Viego can get the full 5 seconds off, that's how it's gonna work. I'm pretty sure that's how he can resurrect his target, because it does more damage over time. So it'll be 1 star, 150, 300, 600, so on and so forth. It should most likely kill. So yeah, but they do lose a decent amount of HP, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Again, coolest freaking champion I've freaking seen for a 5 cost, so that's gonna be sick. Volley! He leaps towards his target and slams the ground in a large area around him, removing any shields, dealing magic damage, and knocking up and stunning enemies. It's a big area, it's a big CC. It's really underwhelming for a 5 cost. Yeah, Volley is really underwhelming as a 5 cost. It's almost like Sejuani from set 4, but it's a 5 cost for some reason. Maybe it's because of Revenant, but they made sure his damage was low. I don't know. Unfortunately, Volley's like the one 5 cost I'm not really looking forward to that much in this set. But Viego looks sick. Okay, so we got through all the origins, classes, and all the champions. We still have the items. So, oh my god. it's been 40 minutes, and this freaking, what's it called? There's still a lot of items, and I think they changed some of them. Like, it says Shojin got buffed from 5 mana to 8 mana. So, honestly, I'm gonna take a break before it kills me. I thought I was gonna get this all done in one video. I would have liked to, but every single item has a shadow item. So that's a lot of new items. Besides the fact you can tell, they changed Ludens. And I think they slightly changed Frozen Heart. So, I'm gonna take a break right now, upload this video, and if you want to check out all the items, I mean, again, it'll be in the website, in the description down below. But I will also cover them in the next video. Yeah, if you made it to the end, thank you for watching. I'll see if I can do timestamps, even though I kind of went through the video relatively fast. Not fast, but like went through the champions and such relatively fast. But yeah, I need to take a break, or else my throat will die. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care.